Lots of people know that Barron Trump is the son of Donald Trump, the 45th president of the United States. But for his mom, Melania Trump, and dad, Donald, Barron is a surprise baby. Barron is quieter than his loud dad, even though he grew up in luxury. Like his dad, he is interested in business and sports. People think Barron is also interested in something else. Now that he is 18, Barron Trump finally says what we all thought. Barron Trump is Meghan Markle's first child and Donald Trump's last son. Melania and Donald had no plans to have a child, so he was a surprise. He was born Barron William Trump on March 20th, 2006 in Manhattan, New York. In May 2006, he was baptized at the Bethesda by the Sea Episcopal Church in Palm Beach, Florida. Barron has had the best education possible. He has lived at the Trump Tower since the day he was born, having the top floor all to himself for years. And that floor is thought to be worth $100 million. The floor is very fancy, with a fireplace made of white marble and columns made of white Carrara marble. When we talk about luxury, his family's money gave him chances and experiences that most kids don't get. He had a lot of toys when he was young. One was a small Mercedes-Benz with a license plate that was made just for it. This is a small taste of what the Barron liked. Because his father, Donald, believes in good education, Barron has only gone to the best top schools in the United States. Barron went to Columbia Grammar and Preparatory School in Manhattan for his first few years. It is well known that CGPS has tough academic programs and a good reputation. Things would soon change for him, though. In 2016, when his father became the 45th president of the United States, Barron moved to Potomac, Maryland, which is close to Washington, D.C. He went to St. Andrew's Episcopal School, which was different from what every other child of a president had done in the past, who had gone to Sidwell Friends School. It was Melania's idea to break with custom, since she is known for putting her son before everything else. She was so involved in raising him that she wouldn't hire a nanny, even though she had the money to do so. Melania said, I want to be the one to raise Barron and take care of him every day. Melania wasn't planning to have Barron, so he came as a pleasant surprise. She saw him as a blessing, and her love for him helped shape his personality. Maybe the fact that Barron was close to his mother made him make an interesting choice. But let's not talk about that now. Melania gave her child mental support and made sure that Brandon could have a normal childhood despite the wealth that was around him. She made sure that her son had an excellent, which he showed when he went to Oxbridge Academy, a widely strict school for excellence. A little girl was asked who Barron was when no one was looking, and she gave a sweet answer about a classmate. This is not the first time Barron has been called nice, she said. The daughter of the former US president is said to have been Maddie's first boyfriend on TikTok. She says she was in Barron Trump's class at Columbia Grammar. He was my first boyfriend and first kiss, Maddie says in the video. We went to school together. Barron had also asked 80 students to the White House to meet his father, who was president at the time. Someone asked her on TikTok if Barron is a good person, and all she said was the best people outside of Barron's world see that his behavior is not at all cocky. Most people think that kids who are rich and strong are cocky, but Barron isn't one of them. He is now a serious and polite young man who values everything he has and always tries his best in everything he does. Even though they lived a very good life, Melania made sure to teach him the values of hard work and respect. This attitude must have been what made her break the school's rules about where her child would go, as we said earlier in the video. When we talk about schools, Barron's schooling didn't end when he left the classroom. Melania made sure that her son knew about her background and culture. When Barron was very young, he learned to speak 2 different languages. His mother taught him Slovene, which is her first language. He also learned English. In time, he learned to speak both languages very well. He could even talk to his maternal grandparents in New York in one of them. Melania wasn't done teaching her son another language yet. She told people in 2009 that Barron could also speak French. He could speak 3 languages because of this. Even so, Barron might like Slovenian the most out of all of those languages. Mary Jordan, who won the Pulitzer Prize for her book about Melania Trump's life called The Art of Her Deal, says that Barron still talks to his mother in Slovenian. The people working for the Secret Service who are with them have heard them talk many times, like when they stayed at the White House. In an interview with CBS News, Jordan said, there's a unit within the family unit, and it's Melania, her mother, her father, and Barron. They all speak Slovenian, which means that no one in the Secret Service can understand them. She also talks about how Donald Trump feels when he hears his son and wife talking in a language he doesn't know. His words make him mad because he doesn't understand what they're saying. Jordan said, even though Donald Trump might be mad that he feels left out of talks, he has a special bond with Barron. Barron looked just like his dad when he was young, and Melania used to call him Little Donald, however. He also has some of his father's business-like traits, which is why she gave him that name. Melania told ABC News in 2013 that her son doesn't mind putting on a suit and that he liked dressing up in a tie like his dad when he was a kid. What Barron does and how he looks are not the only things he gets from his dad. They enjoy getting to know each other and talk about sports. Let's get back to the story for now. We'll talk more about this soon. Melania does everything she can to get the Trump guys to get along. She wants her son and his dad to have a strong relationship, and she knows how important it is for Barron and his dad to have a good connection. Most of the time, Barron is with me, but he loves being alone with his dad. When it's time for Daddy and Barron, the first give them room. Melania told them that he is looking forward to that. Barron clearly loves his dad, but what is their relationship like when his dad has a lot of work to do and important duties to fulfill? It's clear that he wants the best for his son, even though the public doesn't get to see much of their exchanges. Donald has always told Barron to follow his dreams and work hard to reach his goals, even if those goals are very different from his own. Barron looks a lot like his dad in some ways, but his mom's style is definitely showing in his clothes. Barron Trump made sneakers his main fashion statement when he moved into the White House. Footwear News says that his favorite shoes at the time were the New Balance 574 core sneakers. Further, Barron has been seen more than once wearing stylish shoes with covers. He has sneakers from Adidas, Nike, and Vans in his collection. Barron always knows what to wear, whether he's going somewhere relaxed or fancy. During Thanksgiving celebrations in 2019, Barron wore his favorite sneakers that were all black. Barron was seen in March 2019 wearing a camel-colored pair of the same style. The year before, he wore a gray and white pair. Early in 2020, he was seen wearing black. A few weeks earlier, he was seen wearing a different pair of shoes that looked like they had bright details on them. Everywhere Barron has been seen, he has stood out, which makes his unique but simple style even more recognizable. Barron's shoes always go with his style, whether he's wearing boots for a casual look or loafers for a more dressy look. His obvious confidence and charm are only boosted by the fact that he can pull off any style of shoes with ease. Without a doubt, Barron has a great sense of style and knows how to make the most of his height. He is quickly becoming a true leader. It's too bad that not all of Barron's activities are in style. There are some threats to your life that come with being the child of a famous person like Donald. Even though his parents had kept him away from most of it, it finally found him in the safe place they had made for him. What had happened? A woman was caught making death threats against Trump and his youngest son in August 2023. CBS News reports that Tracy Fiorenza, a 41-year-old woman from Chicago, was reported to the police after she reportedly found her way around Barron's school and sent emails to the school threatening to kill Donald and Barron Trump. Fiorenza said she did it because she really didn't like the Trump family or their political views. The FBI looked into the threats and found that Fiorenza did not have the tools to carry them out. The threat was taken very seriously, which is good because it kept the Trump family safe. Investigators from the Secret Service caught the woman before things got worse. The Secret Service was said to have been keeping an eye on the woman for years, and nabbed her when the threats she made got worse. In addition to her emails being reported, Fiorenza's family told the police that they were afraid about her well-being. A law enforcement source said that her family has told police that they are worried about how violent she might be. She has had long-term problems with her mental health and recently said she stopped taking the medicine her doctor recommended. It was charged against her to send abusive messages, and had to go through a long court process because of what she did. Barron would be safe with the Trump family. When it comes to his safety, he has always been and will always be the most important thing. He doesn't get to live a completely normal life just because his father is a famous and important person. There is more protection around Barron now than there was before the death threat. Barron is safe everywhere he goes, like when he goes on a trip with his parents or to school. He started going to Oxbridge Academy, a private college prep school in West Palm Beach, Florida. Ralph Moorer, the head of Oxbridge Academy, told Daily Mail, "We are working directly with the Secret Service to make sure that logistics and security work smoothly and discreetly with little impact on students, faculty, staff, or day-to-day operations." The Academy also called parents at the school to let them know about the change and the presence of the Secret Service on campus because Barron was there. Oxbridge Academy is the kind of school that Melania thinks her son needs to go to. Aside from whether or not the school fits Barron's parents' needs, she thinks that it should have a diverse community and a commitment to academic success. Koch, the founder, helped Donald Trump's 2016 presidential campaign by giving money and support. Barron switched schools to Oxbridge Academy after his father left the White House. Rich man Bill Koch started the school, which cost $34,800 a year to go to. It's interesting that Barron only had to drive 15 minutes to get to his dad's country club, Mar-a-Lago. That means Barron already knew the area. And this helped him make the change. It also helped that the leaders of the school wanted Barron to come to their place. When Barron started at the school, Scott Siegfried, the director of advancement, said, "We look forward to welcoming him into our school and community. Even at school, Barron was a big deal." And that could continue as he gets better at sports and becomes more interested in them. Barron loves sports, and golf is his favorite. Donald is so into the game that he owns 11 golf courses with the Trump name on them in the US alone. Two sources said that Trump and his son Barron spent time together on the weekends playing golf together. "I've seen Barron out there with him a few times," a Trump friend told Politico. "He's a good athlete in his own right." The friend said this has always been done, even before Trump was president. Barron has a body that is made for sports. He stands out everywhere with this. He stands out when he's with his family. Barron is very tall, so his family calls him the tall Trump. Even though he is young, he is already taller than most of the Trump family adults. A lot of people are interested in how much bigger he might get in the future because of how tall he is this year. Based on his genes and the rate at which he is growing now, Barron might keep growing taller than his family members and become one of the biggest Trumps ever. He is about 7 inches taller than his father, Donald Trump, who is about 6 feet 3 inches tall. Even more than his half-brothers Donald Jr. and Eric, Barron is taller, who are each about 6 feet and 1 inch tall. Even though Barron really loves golf, he is said to be interested in other sports. Tennis and soccer have been seen in play. He showed how much he loves soccer more when he played for the DC United Youth Academy. As an Arsenal FC player, he met DC United players at the White House Easter egg roll in April 2017. In September 2017, DC United picked him to play for their Development Academy's U12 team for the 2017-18 season. As of February 2019, he played in Arlington Soccer Association games. Donald Trump doesn't mind that his son plays sports. In one interview, Donald Trump was asked what his son would like to do for a living. He said, "If he wants to play football, that's his choice. That would be okay with me." It's clear that Trump will always be there for his son, and this shows how close they are. Barron really wants to do well in both business and sports, just like his dad did. When Barron is with his dad, he is sure that he can handle any problems that come up and make his dreams come true. As a father and son take on new tasks together, their bond grows stronger. They are ready to face whatever comes next. Does this mean that Barron will get involved in politics like his dad? Barron got his start in politics in 2024 when he was picked to represent Florida at the 2024 Republican National Convention in May of that year. But later, Melania Trump said that her son turned down the offer because he already had plans. Maybe Barron doesn't care about politics like his dad does. Before he makes up his mind, Barron needs to go to college first. Barron turned 18 on March 20th, 2024. He graduated from Oxbridge Academy on May 17th, 2024, in front of his proud parents, Donald and Melania Trump. Winter Naves, his grandpa, was also at the ceremony. While he was in school, Barron's academic success and attention to learning were also praised. His teachers and friends have said nice things about how smart and hardworking he is. Barron's graduation marked the end of an exciting trip and the start of a new one. His folks were so proud of him as they saw him reach this important goal, knowing that he had worked so hard to get there. Barron has talked about his plans for the future. He wants to keep learning and find a job in a field that will help him to make the world a better place. But Barron doesn't look like he has decided yet. The Trump family isn't ready to say if he has or not. Even Donald Trump, who is known for saying shocking things, hasn't said anything about where his son will go to college. Since the boy was getting death threats, it makes sense that he would want to keep it a secret. At Trump's rally, the former president said that his youngest son is looking at schools, but he didn't say which ones, even though Trump might have already told someone this. Trump once said that he thought Barron might go to the University of Pennsylvania. Trump himself finished from the school in 1969 with a degree in economics. He had studied at the university's Wharton School of Finance and Commerce. Barron could keep going in the same direction, or he could make a whole new one.